Hello, first grade. It's Miss Sublett, your school counselor. I am here to teach you a guidance lesson. This is our first lesson, and I am very excited to get to be in your classroom virtually this year. Usually, Miss Sublett would come in your classroom and I would teach you a lesson, but right now we're a little behind, so we need to focus a lot on math and reading and science and social studies. So I don't want to take up a lot of your teacher's time, okay? So I'm going to be coming to you on the computer screen. I'm still here in the school, okay? And if you need me, all you have to do is ask your teacher. So, we're going to start with our first guidance lesson today. And I always want to start with a little brain builder. Okay, so I'm going to play the video and you watch this man that's going to come on the video and you do everything that he says, okay? And I will be participating right up here in the corner, okay? So here we go.
It's time to build your brain. You're going to play level 1 of a game called Puddle Jump. Imagine you're standing in the grass, and the space on the floor in front of you is a puddle. When you're standing in your spot, you're on the grass. When you jump forward with both feet, you're in the puddle. When you step back to your spot, you're in the grass again. There's one rule for this game. You have to be exactly where I tell you to be. Pretend to swim when you're in the puddle, like this. It's time to play.
All right, here we go.
In the puddle. On the grass. In the puddle. On the grass. On the grass. In the puddle. Remember, you need to pretend to swim when you're in the puddle, okay? All right, keep going. In the puddle. In the puddle. On the grass. In the puddle. In the puddle. In the puddle. On the grass. On the grass. In the puddle. On the grass. Great job.
Good job, everyone. You did it. Some of those were kind of tricky. He tricked us a little bit. He said, in the grass, in the grass. And I was like, wait, we're supposed to go in the puddle. Anyways, we'll have to practice that, won't we? All right, so let's go on to our next part of the lesson, which is going to be paying attention, okay? Our first lesson is all about paying attention, and I know you all have heard your teacher say, class, class, pay attention. And so today we're going to learn a little bit more about what paying attention means, because you have learned about paying attention in kindergarten, and we're going to do a little review really quick. I thought I had it open. I will get it really quickly. We're going to do just a little review from kindergarten so we can learn more about paying attention, because there's a lot more to it than just schoolwork and paying attention at school. There's other things that you need to pay attention to as well. So the first thing when you're paying attention in school, you want to make sure you're sitting up straight and you're listening. You're sitting up straight and your body is turned towards the speaker, your teacher or whoever it may be. Maybe some of you go to church and you have a preacher. Your body should be facing towards them, okay? The other thing is your eyes should be on them. You should be quiet while they are speaking, and you should be listening with your ears. And then the last thing is that you need to use your brain. And you say, Miss Sublet, how do I use my brain? All I'm doing is using my body. I'm using my ears and my eyes and my body. How am I supposed to use my brain to pay attention? Well, it's very easy and simple. You have to use your brain to think about what the speaker is saying. So that way you might have a little light bulb, ding, ding, that goes off and you understand what they're saying. And then if they have any questions, you'll be able to answer them. So these are how we pay attention in school and in our classroom. So now let's go over some pictures, and maybe there's a couple kids in here that aren't paying attention very well, okay? So keep your eyes open and see if you can figure out what student is not doing very well, okay? First of all, let's go over this picture because every student in here looks like they are paying attention. See how their bodies are straight, sitting up straight, right here and here and here. And their eyes are all focusing on whatever is up here, okay? And it looks like they're listening and they look very happy to be there. Well, except for maybe him. Here, let's draw a smiley face on him. Well, that wasn't a very good one, but anyways. So these kids all look like they're doing a good job paying attention. Now let's go over here to this page. So we have a couple good examples. It looks like this whole back row right here is paying attention very well, okay? Their eyes are looking at the speaker, all these boys right here, okay? Is there anyone on this side of the room that's not paying attention to the speaker right here? Maybe this young man right here. Is his eyes looking up at the speaker? No. And he's looking over here at something. I don't know. I don't see anything, but his eyes are not facing towards the speaker. So that makes me think that he's not paying attention. He's not listening. He's not using his brain. So that is not a good example of paying attention. Now let's look over here on this side of the room. Now this one's pretty obvious. This little guy here, is he paying attention? No, his body is not facing towards the speaker. That means he can't be seeing, he can't be hearing, and he can't be using his brain, okay? So we need to make sure that we are following all of the pay attention rules, because if you're missing one of these, it's really, really hard. See, really, he's missing the first one. He's missing his body being faced towards the speaker. But because his body's not facing there, he's not retaining, he's not getting any of the information, okay? So he's not learning anything. So we need to make sure that we're using all of our pay attention rules inside the classroom. But there are other times we need to pay attention. How about, well, all this stuff I thought would go away when I change slides. I guess not. How about all these kids? What are they doing? They're playing. Do you think that you need to pay attention when you're playing? I know what you all are saying. You're saying, no, we're playing. We don't have to worry about paying attention. Let's have fun. Woo! But guess what? You do have to pay attention when you're playing outside as well, okay? Who can tell me why? Who can tell me why in the world? It's our break time, Miss Sublet. I don't want to have to pay attention. Why would you need to pay attention outside? So I'm going to let your teacher pause the video right here and let you answer some of the ways you should pay attention outside. Okay, so hopefully your teacher paused the video and you guys went over some ways why you should pay attention. And I hope you said things like, you need to hold on to the railing. Let's get our pen back out here. This young man here is holding on to the railing. That's how you pay attention with not falling. You're holding on to something, okay? This boy right here is holding on to the slide so he don't fall off. All right. Do you think this girl is paying attention very well to the young man that is down here? I'm going to guess no. She don't look like she even sees him. She could step on his finger right here. You see this? Because she's not paying attention. She could step right on his fingers and hurt him. Okay? This girl over here, she's not paying attention to the person behind her. See? She could swing backwards here and hit him. All right? So even when we're at play, we need to pay attention. So now we're going to watch a video, and it's all about paying attention. Okay? And I'm going to bring out our friend, our very, very fun friend that you all might remember from last year. I turned myself. Our very, very fun friend that we met last year, Mr. Harvey. Do you all remember Harvey from the library last year? Harvey, can you tell the first graders hi? Oh, hi, kids. How have you all been? Oh, I've missed you so much. I'm so happy to see you all. I'm so happy to see them too, Harvey. So, Harvey, we're going to watch a video, and will you watch it with the kids, and then we can go over it afterwards? Oh, yes, I love videos. I love videos. All right, so let's find it. It's right here. And let's make it bigger so the kids can see it. All right, we're going to go ahead and start the video. And you all pay very close attention, okay? Here we go.
Wonder Kitty says it's best to pay attention.
Wait a minute. Hold the phone. Hold it. Wait. Harvey, what is wrong? You just interrupted the kids' video and they're getting ready to learn something. Oh, wait a second. Nobody told me that this video was about a cat. Harvey, listen, it's okay. It's just a cartoon. It's not even a real cat. It's gonna be fine. I don't like cats. They're grumpy and they scratch at me. Harvey, most dogs don't like cats, and most cats don't like dogs, but we have to learn to get along with each other. We have to be kind to each other. So will you please just let the kids watch the cat video? Okay, Miss Sublet, that's fine, but the next video better be about a dog. I'll see what I can do, Harvey. Okay, let's get back to it now.
I'm Wonder Kitty. Paying attention means to know what's happening around us. It helps us make better choices. Check it out.
While Luke Lion was looking at and licking a lime popsicle, he kicked the ball into his team's goal by mistake. He was in big trouble. Wonder Kitty said,
Luke, it's best to know what's happening.
Later in the game, Luke knew what was happening and kicked the ball towards the other team's goal. He made a better choice. Charlie Horse hit a tree while playing video games on his bike. He was in big trouble. Wonder Kitty said,
Charlie, it's best to know what's happening.
After Charlie's bike was fixed, he knew what was happening. He missed the tree and stayed safe. He made a better choice. Wally Walrus was watching cartoons and got on the wrong school bus. He was in big trouble. Wonder Kitty said,
Wally, it's best to know what's happening.
The next day, Wally put his iPad away. He knew what was happening and got home safely. He made a better choice. Mushy Woozy was busy picking his nose. He didn't notice his pants were falling down and that he forgot to tie up the family boat. He was in big trouble. Wonder Kitty said,
Mushy, it's best to know what's happening.
Someone nice brought the boat back. This time, Mushi knew what was happening and tied up the boat. He made a better choice. Funky Elephant was busy thinking about what he wanted for his birthday and forgot to tie down his tent. He was in big trouble. Wonder Kitty said,
Funky, it's best to know what's happening.
In a few minutes, Funky saw what was happening and tied down the tent. He made a better choice. Rocky Rido put his school money under his hat instead of in his pocket, as he was told to do. When he tried to pass gas and burp at the same time, his hat blew off, and so did the money. He was in big trouble. Wonder Kitty said,
Rocky, it's best to know what's happening.
The next day, Rocky knew what was happening and put the money deep in his pocket. He made a better choice. Zeke Zebra took a nap in class and dreamed school was over. While he was sleeping, school was over and he missed the bus. He was in big trouble. Wonder Kitty said,
Zeke, it's best to know what's happening.
The next day, Zeke stayed awake in class. He knew what was happening so he could learn more and be the best he could be. He made a better choice. While Punky Monkey was daydreaming about being an only child, the baseball went through his legs and his team lost. He was in big trouble. Wonder Kitty said,
Punky, it's best to know what's happening.
The next game, Punky knew what was happening. He threw the batter out and his team won. He made a better choice. Lucky Leopard threw his phone in the water for his dog to bring back instead of throwing his stick. He was in big trouble. Wonder Kitty said,
Lucky, it's best to know what's happening.
Lucky borrowed his sister's phone. This time, he knew what was happening and carefully put the phone on the table. He made a better choice.
Paying attention to what is happening helps us make better choices. 1, we get into less trouble. 2, we have extra time for fun. 3, it helps us stay safe. 4, we learn more. 5, it helps us be the best we can be. Good job, everyone!
All right, boys and girls, that was our story. We learned a lot from that. Some of those animals are pretty silly, huh? I think it still would have been better if it was a super dog instead of a kitty cat. Will you please get over it already? It's going to be okay. I will find a dog video. Whew, goodness sakes. All right, guys, that's all I have today. I hope that you all had fun learning about paying attention in class, paying attention on the playground, and really paying attention everywhere you go. So I will see you next time. You all have a wonderful day. Bye-bye. Bye, kids.